Happy? Good. With Chris Locke.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Happy Good. This is episode 53. 53. That's pretty huge. That's a lot of eps of this bizarre, silly, funny, weird guided meditation with me, your host, Chris Locke. How's it going? There was no episode last week because, check this out. My family and I have been isolating for 2 weeks straight now because of contact outdoors with someone who came down with COVID. So me and my wife and my 2 daughters have been in our condo. And when I say condo, I'm not talking like a timeshare in Florida, okay? I'm talking like a condo in a building in Toronto, Canada, for 2 weeks, the 4 of us. And so I couldn't do an episode last week because it was hard time. Everyone, look, here's the thing. This is what I'm getting at right now. I don't like to focus on real life, crappy, negative stuff on here, but check this out. I'm recording this episode now, episode 53, while my little one has her afternoon nap. My other daughter is watching Scooby-Doo, and my wife is working on a project. So we're all trying to get things done while the little one sleeps. I mean, my other one getting stuff done means that she's watching Scooby-Doo, but that's important to her too. So, yeah. The past 2 weeks, when we found out that we've been stuck in here forever, in my mind, I went to some of the angriest places I've ever been in my life. So it's hard to be like, let's do a happy good app right now. But it was hard to even find the time. But anyways, that's a little personal update. Do you like it? I'm going crazy. But it's good to be back. I just like talking in the microphone. I like feeling like I'm doing something for myself, doing something for people who might listen. People who tune in, I love you. You mean so much to me. It means a lot that you check it out. Thanks so much for always sticking around. There's a website, there's some sort of podcast awards happening right now. Happy Good is nominated for a bunch. I'm nominated for best, I think it's Canadian Podcast Awards, like literally that's the name of it. Simple Simon, no weird name like the Jerrys or the Podnambulists. Hey, does anyone have a podcast called that? You should call it that. About not being able to, or walking in your sleep or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I'm nominated for like Best Host, Best Comedy Series, and Outstanding Debut for a Podcast, which means a lot. Thanks for your votes for even getting me nominated, if anyone listening did that. But you can go on the website. I think we tweeted it at Happy Good World, retweeted my tweet about, here's the website, go vote for me. If you're into looking at stuff like that. But I also think that, yes, you don't tune into Happy Good to do work or homework online. So let's move on. Got a little of that background stuff out of the way. And now you just want your regular old Chris Locke back, right? Well, so do I, okay? We are so lucky. Our balcony has like our condo has a huge balcony because it's like an old condo. It was built in like the 70s or something. So they actually cared about space for humans to move around in a little bit back then. It wasn't as shoeboxy as a lot of the new mega Toronto condos now. So we're lucky. We have this balcony that is bizarrely very long and has almost like a living room style area. And so basically for the past week, we've been living on the balcony with masks on half the time. yeah, and we still don't know if we're going to get the disease or COVID, whatever. So, but I think we're all 100% healthy. But anyways, my girls can scooter up and down the balcony on their little scooters. So it's like bizarre. It's like this futuristic dystopian, like, this is all the space you need, kids. They have a tent that they play in. They have an area for all kinds of stuff. We had a little like Tupperware container that they turned into a swimming pool. So we were like, man, this is like a Hawaiian vacation, except Hawaii is all on one little balcony. So there you go. In case that saved our butts. All right, let's move on. We need to take some deep ASS breaths. I only personally meditated once in this past 2 weeks on my own, and that's not enough for, stress load, etc., blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to enjoy these deep 3 breaths with you guys now. I need to be funny, too. Like, I'm not being funny. I'm just telling you guys real stuff now, too. What do you want me to do? Honk. I'm a horn. Honk if you're a horn. Honk, honk. Oh, I can't not honk. I honk all the time. And we're back into jokes. Into jokes. Into jokes. I'm pretty sure Drew Smith got nominated for the Canadian Podcast Award, too, for Best Music. But I couldn't find it last time I went to vote. Maybe he already won, or I don't know how it's working. But look for that, too. And also, Drew, if you're listening, this is the best thing ever. You've really incredibly made my podcast a $1 million hero, and everybody knows it, and half the compliments I get about the podcast are about Drew's music too. So whether we win awards or not, I don't give a shit. I'm an anarchist, tear everything down. But it's nice to be nominated. And also, Drew, everybody take a moment to clap your hands for Drew Smith's wonderful, relaxing music. Okay, here we go. Now, y'all know the deal. Anyways, there's not a lot of time to tell you all about my woes. I'll save that for therapy and my diary. But constant output, I just output, out. But yeah. Let's get right to the breathing. So I'm going to do... also, I'm talking kind of weird because my 2.5-year-old is sleeping in the next room, and she's a beautiful, hilarious, creative, but hellion. So if she wakes up, then it's game over. You understand? She's like the Tasmanian D. She goes... just whirls around and... destroys everything, but also sometimes chills out and plays, and she's really sweet all the time. But any parents listening, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, where's your daughter? She's sleeping? Good. Let's put her feet up for a sec. Okay, but hurry up. She'll wake up. She'll eat your feet off. Yeah. Especially if there's raspberries on each toe. That's her eating the raspberries. That's 3. That's 3. You got 2 more raspberries. Holy crap, she ate all the raspberries. I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all. Those raspberries from Loblaws, man. $6.99. She eats them like a dustbuster eats dust. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go way back to the breathing system, the originator of the human flesh machine. Hello, do you like to breathe? I'll help you. I'm the lungs. Hi, I'm air. I'm going to rush into that goddamn nose like a freaking Vietnam Army vet. There we go. Ho, 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 ho. Hop, 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 hop. Get in there. We're the Marines. The air is the Marines, and our lungs are freaking Operation Desert Storm. Oh, let's not talk about war. God, what a terrible place. The world is bad, but all we can do is breathe and feel good every now and then. And that's what we're going to do. So, let's go. I keep forgetting how to introduce this. Oh, yeah. So I count down from 3. Then we do a deep inhale through the nose. Hold it. Expand those lungs out so wide as if you're getting like someone's going in there with stints and they're sticking it up to keep the hot air balloon up while the flame fills it up so you can fly away into the sky across the world in 80 days. But the thing is then you exhale. And also, we do it 3 times. So here we go. When I count down from 3, do a nice deep inhale through the nose. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold it. Feel it. Exhale. Right? Oh yeah. All right. Already feeling good tonight. Okay, 2 more to go. I can already feel. Yeah. Okay, I'll quit it. Here we go. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Get every nook and cranny of that chest of yours out. Exhale. Well, I guess that's a good sign re-COVID so far that I could do these deep breaths and it doesn't bother me. I got no symptoms. I think we're good, knock on wood. We get tested tomorrow. All right, here we go. We are free, baby. Free. Relax. Feel all of the solid, heavy foundation of your physical sink into wherever you're sitting, whatever you're doing. Just feel it be a lump of organic material. You know? That's it. That's all we are. We're like that weird pile of garbage leaves in Fraggle Rock. Oh, jump into my mouth, Fraggle. I don't know what the heck that thing was all about. But the thing is the spirit of us is leaving your fingertips like you're a withering old witch or something, you know? Like, and you're just like, your body is deflating, but the real you, the universal version of you, the like universal as in like intergalactic. I'm talking about the whole universe. That version of you is like, peace, I'm out of here. And it's just like, whoosh. It's kind of like, not to be like grim, but yeah, it's kind of almost like when like a witch or like Dracula dies at the end of a movie, you know what I mean? They kind of like deflate and their eyeballs disappeared or disintegrate, and then they're just like these black holes. I mean, that's really grim and morbid, but just imagine like your body gave way like that and kind of like deflated. But it's only because the actual spirit of you is frickin' taking off to party, baby. And I guess I just realized, like, you're playing like Van Halen, like the David Lee Roth years. No offense to Sammy Hagar. If you listen to my podcast, Sammy, I know you're busy. You've got all these different businesses. You got your Cabo Wabo tequila. You got all kinds of stuff that you wheeling and dealing. You're a party animal, tropical island businessman, rocker. You got all the great stuff behind you. But the David Lee Roth years of Van Halen, even you are probably like, that was a good time, baby. I mean, did you go to their concerts yourself? This is what I want to know. But we're talking like you're, like Unchained, hit the ground running, like, whoa, Eddie Van Halen, R.I.P., like just wailing and doing all these weird sounds with his guitar. Like, totally. Here's the thing. When we come out of this era that we're in right now, it's probably going to be akin to when the human race left the dark era of the 70s and it just turned into extreme party animal 80s. And that's where we're going right now. We're not good people. We're not bad people. We're nothing. We just are. And we want to indulge ourselves and party and be free and loose and have a good time, like 78 to 85 Van Halen, 84 Van Halen. You know what I'm talking about? Like, just excess. We're not hurting people, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna bang around people, if you're gonna have like crazy orgies, you're gonna get everybody's consent and smiles and be happy and be loving and giving and understanding and patient, and you're still gonna be a kind person in regards to humanity. You're not gonna be a narcissistic sort of hedonistic dandy like what's his name? Dorian Gray or something. You're not gonna like not give a shit. You're still gonna care about people, but you're gonna party to the max. You're gonna be able to do like handstands and walk down the sidewalk only on your hands, wearing like frayed jean shorts and no t-shirt, and everyone will be like, yeah, keep going, and then you'll like walk into the corner store on your hands. And if you're a woman, you can wear something to cover your boobies. I realized I said no shirt, but I was just picturing me being all muscular in jean shorts. And even though I am not muscular now, well, I got muscle, but it's buried under like chubby wubby bubby dubbies. But the thing is I don't care if my boobies show. I love it. I like, even with my big belly, I like not wearing shirts. Who gives a shit? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I said SHIT, unhappy good. I try to keep it clean, but if you heard the beginning of this episode, you understand the circumstances, don't you? But you walk in on your hands into the store, ding, ding, ding. Oh, hi, a pair of legs coming out of some jean shorts and wearing a bikini top or whatever you want to wear, whoever you are. And what can I get for you? And you like grab a bunch of soda pops for mix and some bags of chips. And you know what? You know what the new world is going to be like, guys? And I'm not even freaking joking around here. Do you know what the new world is going to be like moving forward? You're not going to live in shame ever again. You're not going to walk by the potato chips section at the corner store and go, no, I can't eat those. They're bad. They're bad. Certain food is bad and certain food is good. I can only eat tomatoes and carrots. No chips. You're not going to have shame about anything. You're a reasonable person. You're going to go, sometimes I can have chips because they make me feel good. And I like partying, Beep, beep. Hey, party. You know what I'm saying? Unchained. Hit the ground running. And so you grab a bunch of bags of chips, like those kettle chips, those weird avocado oil cooked Himalayan sea salt, whatever the heck. Weird flavors of chips, Korean barbecue, right? What else? New York cheddar. Hey, I got some New York cheddar over here. Watch it. Beep, beep. That's a scene from Midnight Cowboy. Do you remember that? When Rizzo Ratso goes, "Hey, I'm eating New York cheddar kettle chips over here. I'm eating New York kettle chips over here, cheddar flavor." And then Joe Buck is like, "Gee whiz, this is what a wonderland this place is. I'm going to make a lot of money." And then, yeah, so here's the thing. What mix do you want, though? What mix do you want? The New World. We're describing the New World moving forward today, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 53. Get like a ginger beer, like not ginger ale, the softy, like, oh, sometimes when my stomach's upset, I like ginger ale. Sometimes when I fly from Toronto to Vancouver, that's when I'll have a ginger ale on the airplane. What the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about ginger beer. I'm talking about the spicy ginger drink. And you get that and you take it home and you mix it with some really dark spiced rum. Ooh, I'm getting so excited. Like the Kraken. You know that guy? The dark spiced rum, the Kraken or Sailor Jerry or whatever. Bacardi. I don't know. It doesn't have to be rum. And also, if there's people that are trying not to drink right now, let's think of like what your favorite. If you're an alcoholic and you don't want to indulge, that's totally fine. Think of your favorite things from the corner store that help you party, that make you feel good. Even if it's a freaking giant, oh my God, like Berry Blast Gatorade, or like what's that cool blue raspberry Gatorade? Whatever the heck you want, just grab it with your feet because you're on your hands. Because you're walking in jean shorts upside down on your hands. So grab that Gatorade. Grab that bottle of, or that thing of coconut water. And some chips or some cheesies or some popcorn. Or I know some of y'all out there like big chocolate bars. Hey, who's listening to episode 53 of Happy Good being like, where are my big ass chocolate bars? I got you. I got Cadbury's, Fruit Nut. I got the one where it's like pretzels and peanut butter. Like, give me a goddamn break. You know what I'm talking about? We are going to be free and we're going to do what we want. And some of you are like, I'm not going to play like 1980s Van Halen, heavy metal and rock and roll. That kind of stuff hurts my ears. Play whatever the hell you want, man. Play that new girl who just released an album. Like, I'm not even going to listen to that crap. I mean, it could be great. Olivia Rodrigo or something. Or like, I can't keep up with all this stuff. What do you want me to do? The thing that I've been doing right now, since I've been trapped in like this weird fancy prison with my family, and don't forget, before we were quote-unquote isolating and quarantining for 2 weeks, Toronto has already been in a lockdown since January. A dark-ass, cold, dark winter lockdown. It's been grim. All right? I know a lot of people on the planet have experiences way worse than this, but it doesn't matter because you are entitled to feel your own little versions of suffering, whatever the hell you're going through. It's okay. You can be upset. You can be mad. So I personally have found myself going back and listening to music that is of just a straight up party era. It really like, you know, bar rock, like Thin Lizzy, AC/DC. You know what I mean? Just stuff that's like, I want to have fun. Like, party. We've come here to party and drink and fight. You know, and Thin Lizzy makes fighting sound so fun. I don't know. Whatever. So, choose your poisons. Choose your tunes. As long as you guys listening catch my drift. I feel like freaking Peter Fonda giving a speech in wild angels or whatever, like, we want to be free, we want to do what we want, we want to blah blah blah. But that's true, man. I mean, some of those bikers and wild angels were real bastards, you know. I think they treated people like crap, but we're not going to do that. This is what I'm saying. This is like a new, modern, progressive version of freedom. We're going to try to attain a utopia as much as possible. You understand? This is my manifestable. This is the new world. It's going to be is there a balance between being hedonistic and indulgent, but also being aware of other people's feelings too, that you're not hurting them? You know, you don't want to be like one of these drunk on power, greedy, like, I'm eating grapes out of your butt, whether you like it or not. Don't! I said whatever. This guy, like, no Caligula, ancient Roman psychotic crap. Do you understand? I'm not into that anyways. I don't like hurting people. I like love. I like everybody being happy. You know, I remember before all this, you could stand in a circle with a bunch of people and smoke a joint and pass a joint around. Now, this sounds like a really bad... This episode seems like I'm encouraging you to be in a biker gang and be lawless. And, well, maybe I am. I mean, if some of this stuff doesn't sit right with you and it doesn't help you relax, most people I know what I'm talking about. You know, you do what you want and you live your life. In our minds, I would say about 80% of the rules that human beings create in their minds in order for them to live are repressive, and each individual is the only person who's aware of these rules. If you are lucky enough to live in a part of the world where, you know, really fascist kind of dominating totalitarian like rules, like don't hold you down under their thumb, then sometimes what people like to do is they like to oppress themselves by making rules up in their head and saying, I can't do this, I shan't do this, I mightn't not do this, I could not, would not eat green eggs and ham on a frickin' train with a goddamn fish. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you stop and the smoke clears, the fog clears, and you're looking around and it's a clear blue sky, like a goddamn marble that you just picked out of a pack. And you're free, and you realize there's no one on your shoulders looking down at you. There's no one from heaven above looking down at you with furrowed brows, wondering if you're one of the good ones. Your parents aren't around you. You're alone. And you were living in a made-up matrix of restrictions and rules that were completely arbitrary. Take those chains off. You didn't have to do that. And this is what I'm saying, is like we have to be free. We have to free ourselves. You don't have to, hey, you know, having a 3-day bender, like, do it. Don't hurt people. Oh my God, my daughter's waking up. Here we go. Here I am talking about being free, and my 2.5-year-old daughter is my jail master. No, I'm just kidding. She's an inspiration. She runs around and parties and laughs at everything and has a blast. And yeah, you know, sometimes when she's potty training, she drops a deuce on the floor and we got to clean it up, and it's not nice, but, you know, what the hell? Think of the reasons we're cleaning up the poo off the floor too. It's not because, you know, we want the floor to be nice so we can walk around and do our thing too. God, I don't know. This has been a venti kind of episode because I've been trapped inside for so long, but if I still have listeners and you're checking this out, it means a lot to me. I always say this, you know, but it's true. send me a message. Send me a thing on Twitter at Happy Good World, on Instagram at Happy Good World. I manage the Happy Good World Instagram, but I'm not super on it every day. I go on my Chris Lock Fun Instagram all the time, so I'm pretty active on that, putting up silly pictures or videos or something. And I talk to people in the messages there. My producers do the Happy Good World Twitter account for me, thankfully. And you can always send a message to anyone. I'm at Chris Lock World on Twitter. I've got a Patreon, some new stuff coming up soon. Of course, again, that's Happy Good World, patreon.com/Happy Good World. And there's all kinds of stuff coming up. I got t-shirts being made soon. I will send them out to the people that paid the $20 on Patreon. And, I'll start just reaching out if anyone wants one. I want you to have them. But otherwise, I don't care, man. Like I said before, I want everything to be free and loose. I don't like all this, trying to be internet famous, hustling all the time, being weird and trying to get people to love you and be, break out and blow up and become famous and all that crap. I would just like to personally amass a great audience of fun, interesting people that are just like me, who are interested and like to laugh and like to relax and think of the good side of life when they can, etc. Because like I said, going through this isolation and, has nothing to do with my family. It has to do with, the type of person I am. We all experienced moments of am I having a mental breakdown? It's not healthy to be trapped inside all the time and be worried that some sort of weird killer thing is going to grab a hold of you or your family members at any moment. It's just not healthy. And so you experience real anger and darkness, and you think of really bad thoughts, and it's of course that's natural. You can't really meditate that stuff away, it just happens. And oh well, you gotta embrace the suffering too, and the horror of just being freaking nothing. It's all part of it. But making jokes and laughing and loving and having fun is the upside, isn't it? So thanks so much again for listening. And I will, go outside if you can. I still can't really technically go outside. Maybe, but touch a tree, look up at the sky and look at that beautiful thing. Remember that revelation? Just look at the sky and let the sky, the grandness, the openness of it, clear your mind for a bit. If you've got some stringent rules and you're being too hard on yourself and you're holding yourself back in certain ways, and you know it and you're aware of it and you can see it, and it's arbitrary, if no one else is pointing their fingers at you or holding you down and it's all coming from inside you, just ease up on yourself. Let that stuff go for a bit and do some fun stuff that you really love. And and stay free. Okay? Thanks. Talk to you again. Later. Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.
Hi, I'm Everardo Ramirez. I'm a comedian. I know. And I want to tell you about my new podcast. I know. It's called Public Access Podcast. It's a limited comedy anthology series coming to the Sonar Network on June 16th. Each episode is a completely new show from a fictional public access channel. It's a limited series with only 10 episodes, so you don't have to worry about this thing downloading on your phone every week for the rest of your life. Plus, it has some of my funniest friends on it, like Mark Little, Nick Nemiroff, Meg McKay, Mikey Kohlberg, and some others. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, you know how to find it. I don't even have to tell you. If you're listening to this right now, then you know how to find a podcast. Just look for Public Access Podcast.